Feels so good to be back here with the Earth-2 series, man. I really missed it. We just obviously had some major trades come up, so I had to cover that. But now we're getting back into this series, and I'm hyped. Let's get it. So just a little recap. We had some retirements at the end of last episode. Now, George Gervin did try to retire. I told him no, so I overrode that. He's still in the mid-80s, and he plays for Sacramento, who weren't terrible, so I figure he might as well stay. And our guy, Tree Rollins, is retiring after we traded him to Boston, so I feel kind of bad about that. I mean, every year in Atlanta except half a year in Boston. But that's all right. I mean, he's 35 and he's at a 78, so it's not too bad that he's retiring. Guys like David Thompson, Will Be Free, Dennis Johnson, Gerald Henderson. And then I just wanted to go through the actual NBA history here. So we had Michael Jordan win MVP in the last episode, finally on the Rockets. You also see Akeem here without the H. Wins it 3 times in a row. Not only did he three-peat as MVP, but I was looking at it and they also three-peated as champions. So the Blazers in this save are essentially the Bulls in real life. And then just something I don't know if I pointed out when we were using Houston, but George Gervin actually did play a season with MJ in Chicago in real life. So that blew my mind. I had no idea, but that's really cool. So there you go. You learn something new every day. But you guys probably saw already in the top right-hand corner, I've decided our team for this video. It was between the Cavs here with Kobe and Kevin McHale, but really just Kobe. But I figure he's only 20. If we wait another 3 to 4 seasons, he should still be there in his prime, and it gives them some time to add some other pieces. So it was between the Cavs, and instead I chose the Spurs. So they were respectable. I think they were the 5 seed. So they obviously have Scottie Pippen, Stephon Marbury, DeMar DeRozan. They already have a big 3. Joe Ingles here as well, fellow Aussie, so I love that. Soft spot for him. And Jermaine O'Neal, so figure this will be a fun team. It shouldn't take too much to get them to the finals as it has with the teams we've done previously. So maybe a different dynamic this time. We don't have to worry as much about drafting, but we will see what happens. No jersey retirements, kind of surprising. I thought the Hawks would have retired Tree's jersey there. So rule change here, weighted lottery system, lowest odds chance at winning. We'll let that happen. The Sixers getting into that modern sort of logo. A few other updates here as well. The Celtics one and the Blazers one. The Blazers one is clean, man. I rate that. The Hawks there and the Rockets too. Nice. So no lottery pick obviously for the Spurs, as they did indeed make the playoffs. They are at the 23rd overall pick. Now, I genuinely don't remember what draft class we have loaded in from the end of last episode. So just checking out prospect scouting here. That's right, we have an old draft class here with Pete Maravich, Dave Cohen's, Tiny Archibald. So I know there's some good players in there, but I'm personally not super attached to those sorts of players. Obviously, they're well before my time. So I don't mind if we don't get any of those guys, meaning I may look to trade the pick. Now, I don't see any real coaches, but we know Pop is one of the greatest coaches of all time. So I would see if Michael Storfer would accept our offer to be our head coach, given he's the GOAT. But we also don't have that big of a budget, so we may have to settle for a lesser coach. And we actually signed Storfer for next to nothing, which is fantastic. So we get to keep him. We get to keep Tree Malone, who actually has terrible ratings, and that might be Trey, pardon me. So I did just get asked if teams could interview him, and I said no. But I guess we will let him go and sign to another team. We only have a $70K budget, so hopefully we can sign a decent assistant and we get Josh Ball, who has good ratings, so that's fine. I mean, it sucks we can't get a real coach from this time period, but I don't expect that, so it's all good, man. Let's go over to the NBA draft. Not worried about the workouts. Let's just see how the top 3 goes. Dave Cohen's number 1. He's teaming up with Ben Simmons in Los Angeles, so that is an interesting pick there. Bob Lanier goes 2nd. Pete Maravich gonna fall. If I wanted anyone, I'd probably want him out of this draft. And yeah, there he goes. So we will simulate to our pick here. And hilariously, this team still has Norm Nixon. So I mean, he's already been traded 1,000 times in this series, right? I'll see what I can get for him in 23. But I think just in the interest of not recycling players, we're gonna go ahead and trade him for 2 first-round picks. So that's fun. We do have a late 2nd here. So I mean, we will, I guess, just pick the best guy available here. Yes, that looks like Sam Murphy. That beard looks drawn on, doesn't it? But actually, we'll go with this guy. I think he's a little bit younger. He's a tall shooting guard. Tall guards tend to be pretty good. So 84 overall for Dave Cohen's at 21 years old. Was he like that? I'm not familiar with his game. Wow, I got to do some reading. Pete Maravich, 79. 80 for Dan Issel. Bob Lanier's an 81, so that's fun. I mean, is this guy worth signing? He's a 65. I mean, it's better than some of the guys that I've been seeing in these draft classes as of late. So obviously pick up Stephon, Jermaine, Jeff Foster and Quincy Lewis, I guess. Sure. DeMar DeRozan, definitely want to pick that up. Adrian Griffin, I mean, sure, why not? Just for the sake of it. Now, free agency. Does this team have any money? We actually do. We could sign Magic freaking Johnson. Now, that would obviously be a cheat code. And, I mean, it would friggin' make us easily the favorite. I mean, his number one offer is there from the Kings. He would leave LA. Clyde Drexler as well. I mean, do we take him away from Portland because they've been so good? Curry's a restricted free agent. James is too. Hopefully they bring him back. He doesn't even have an offer, but I'm assuming they match it. We will keep an eye on that. Same with Blake, who just won finals MVP as well. And actually added that to the resume screen. That's really cool. I don't think that used to be there, so that's nice. He's only 24. Alex English as well, but he's 36. We do have to bring back DeMar though, so maybe we don't have a ton of cap. However, we do have bird rights on him. So I mean, do I want to just pick up Magic Johnson? Because that means the rebuild's out the window. I mean, we do have Stephon Marbury, we have DeMar there, we have Scotty. So is there any good power forwards we can bring in? Because I suspect that Jermaine O'Neal will progress nicely. I mean, Blake, dude. But like, why would they do that? Obviously, yeah, they want to bring him back. Buck Williams, looks like he might be leaving the Hawks as well. Hopefully they pay to bring him back after everything they gave up. Drew is a free agent too, so we'll have to see what happens to him. I think what I'll do is I'll offer Lascelles Thompson a one-year deal. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. But I think I will do that, and then we can go ahead and move Jermaine O'Neal to the 4, just because I think we can go all in next season. But if I do that, I can't sign DeMar. I'd have to choose between him and Joe Ingles. I mean, that's a no-brainer, but is it worth losing Joe Ingles over that? Joe Ingles is 22. But no, I think I will keep the options open on those two guys. I'm going to go past free agency just so I can ensure that we can bring them back. Joe Ingles gets a cheap deal, so that's good for us. We'll go ahead and match that. Now, DeMar DeRozan, take all my money. He's 23 years old. What is his number one offer? It's 12 mil from the Bucks. So we will go ahead and lock him back up for about 16 for 5 years, which I think is still worth it. He's 23, he's an 85. So please, DeMar, come back to me on that. He takes the offer from the Bucks. Of course, I'm going to match that. Okay, so now that we've re-signed those guys, we only have minimums to give out, which hurts us a little bit, but it looks like Johnny Moore would accept that. I mean, I'll definitely offer him that. We get Johnny Moore for 700,000, and I think that's all we can do for now. So we might look at the trade market this season. Scotty's up to a 91, 89. DeMar doesn't progress, that hurts. Jermaine, though, up to an 84. Joe Ingles stays the same. Johnny Moore goes down 1, that's fine. Jeff Foster goes up 3. And Quincy Lewis goes up 2. Very good. All right, man, it's time to spin the wheel. Now, I'm thinking we still don't have 03 in there, and I kind of want Bron in there. So you guys let me know if I should just add that to the top of the list in next episode. But who knows, maybe we spin it. Let's have a look. All right, man, let's see who we get. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Give me something good. 07. Okay, so that is obviously in there for pretty much one guy. So let me get that in here real quick. And of course, using our user-made draft class, because 2K, even though they have all the players in the rights, they choose not to actually complete the draft classes. So let's see. I think this Huff's Hoops one has been pretty good in the past to me. Let's have a look how that looks. So we have Kevin Durant here, obviously, first overall pick. Rodney Stuckey, Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Al Horford, Marc Gasol. So actually some hitters in here, more than just a one-guy draft class. But realistically, it's a one-guy draft class. Everyone wants Kevin Durant. So let's get into the next season. If we can trade for a pick in this offseason, I wouldn't be against that. DeMar, as good as he is, not safe if I can get Kevin Durant for this team. So be sure to keep an eye on that. But Michael Cage, I mean, he's only 28, so he's a solid sort of glue guy there for us. Joe Ingles is the perfect 6-man. Also got Johnny Moore. So I think this team is already ready to compete. We might just have to make 1 or 2 trades around the edges, and we'll sort of see how we're feeling. So, I mean, let's run, how does a 10-man look? Raymond Grant's only 71, so 9-man it is. Glad I checked that. Balance system is at 3.5 stars, our best one. So let's go ahead and see if we win this first game. We do against Curry and his Warriors. Curry has 41, another team I considered. But 28 from Marbury, 28 from Pippen, 23 from DeMar, 10, 8, and 7 blocks from Jermaine, 8, 4, and 3 off the bench for Joe. Just ignore his shooting. 6, 9, and 5 for Cage. So we're a very well-rounded team. So we can see Blake Griffin did re-sign with the Supersonics. Harden went back to the Hawks. Steph obviously back to the Warriors, which is good. Marcus Johnson to the Cavs. He re-signs as well, which is good. Rulin to the Nuggets. Larry Nance in Phoenix. And Magic Johnson does in fact leave LA. He goes to the Kings, another California team. He's just so Cali. And let's go, dude. Clyde Drexler freaking leaves the overpowered Portland Trailblazers, and now he goes to Philly to play with Jaylen Brown, Muggsy Bogues, who we gave them, and Ralph Sampson, another fantastic big man we had in this series, which is fun, I guess. Hopefully it's not as good for our sake. Alex English to the Bulls, another team I considered with Chuck. Robert Parrish, a guy who I considered signing, but he's like 40 years old, so I passed on that. And Drew leaves the Rockets to go to the LA Lakers and replace Magic Johnson as the starting point guard there in LA, so that's fun. I mean, he went to UCLA, so now he gets to go back home. And those are all the big names. So how do the Rockets look now? I'm also hoping that that is the end of the dominance that is the Trailblazers. So now Mike is by himself, bro. 85 fat Lever. I mean, he's okay, but it's nothing special. Jack Sikma's still there, I guess, so that's good that they kept him. They probably should have prioritized Drew, maybe, just because of his age. But we will keep an eye on this. If the Rockets suck and Mike is unhappy, so he has lots of times leaning towards entering free agency, we might trade him off this team if that's how it goes. But he does still have 3 years left, so something to keep an eye out. It's not 2023 yet where you can just get traded every couple of weeks. Looking at you, James Harden. But we do win game 2 here as well. 32, 22, 19. So our big three is killing it. 21. And we don't play again for another week. What is that schedule? Let's sim through all these against the Suns. Ilgauskas for Jermaine and DeMar with Sidney Moncrief. No, thank you. We lose our first game by 3 to Sharif Abdur-Rahim, another team I considered. Can we not start the season 2-2 against Blake Griffin? Okay, next 2 games we have the Jazz and then Magic's Lakers. We at least beat them. Gervin's there too, of course. That's right. I've already forgotten about that. So now they have George Gervin and Magic Johnson. So Gervin in this series has played with Magic and he's freaking played with Michael Jordan, dude. That's crazy. And David Robinson. That is a nasty big 3. But I'm going to start moving and I will stop if anything crazy happens. Otherwise, I'll probably see you guys at the deadline. Just before I forget, I did fix up the salary slide, as you can see here. Shout out to Pop Boy. You want to do 55 minimum, 62 max, and 37 curve. And then I personally have gone 40 potential, 40 durability, 50 minutes, 20 and 50, as well as some of the injury and morale sliders, as well as 70 re-signing aggressiveness. But you can see we are very good. We're 25 and 10, which is good for the 2 seed. That Sonics team is insane, but also I think it might just be Blake. You can see he's 90 overall, and then I guess Marcus Camby. I would love to get Lamar Odom off him. That's actually what brings me to my next point. So I made that genius move of trading Norm Nixon for the Nuggets first, and we have one this year, right? If I go over to the standings and we scroll all the way to the bottom, the Nuggets are the 12 seed. They have 12 freaking wins, bro. So we fleeced them. Norm, I'm sorry, he's getting passed around so much in this league, which is kind of funny. You can see here, yeah. I mean, those are his actual days, but right there, insane. Right, and I couldn't find the superstar trade we wanted, but I will trade our late seconds here for Marshallonis, just to give us one extra piece of bench depth. I think that is the best we're going to be able to do this trade deadline, which is unfortunate. I mean, Ellis for Cage doesn't really help us. We lose that game and we win that game. So I mean, 26 and 11 going into it. It's not the end of the world if we don't win it this year, but I think we still have a good chance to win it this year. So just before we go, we will also check contract extensions. Nobody can be signed and nobody's willing to sign. So I will see you guys in the playoff mix. Hopefully we can finish as a top 2 seed. Top 1 would be awesome, but take what I can. One game before the end of the season and we lost our 2 seed. We fell off. The Jazz just got in front of us. The Sonics are still there, obviously, and the Nuggets still suck, which is awesome to see. I feel bad for Norm, man. But over here in the East, we still have the 1 seed that we built. Nash is up to a 90. He's a monster. Harden's up to a 92. He's a monster. Nick is still a 90. He's a monster. So that team could honestly even be the bane of our existence. Chicago's there. The Rockets have fallen down to 8. So I'm thinking if they get eliminated in the first round, I might trade Michael for them. to be perfectly honest, just because I don't think he'd be happy with that. But who knows, he doesn't run away, so we might give it one more season. There's the Nuggets. And with that said, let's go ahead and sim this last game. We win 56 wins. Harden wins MVP, bro. Would you look at that? After we got that team all constructed nicely, Pete Maravich has a rookie averages 23 points. Winston Garland, Hakeem, it's changed to an H. I didn't do that, so that's dope. Wins another depoy. Baron Davis, most improved. Seattle gets coach of the year and exec of the year. That makes sense. Harden on first team, of course, he's the MVP. Magic's there now in Sacramento. He ended up with 26, 11, and about 8. Larry Bird's still there, man. I kind of want to trade him, but it says he's untouchable, so he might just be a lifer there at this point. Clyde, first year in Philly, and that's another thing. The Blazers fell off, thank God. Gordon's second team averaging 32, 7, and 6. He needs help, man. Steph also averaging 30. That's crazy. Dominique's second team, so they get 2 All-NBA players. There's Blake. He's averaging about 21, so not even that great. A lot of assists and rebounds, though. There's Hakeem. And Steve Nash. So you're kidding me. The Hawks had 3 All-NBA players, including the MVP. They might be the team to beat. Kobe, who I do want to use next, is almost up to 30 a game. Oh, you know what we should do? Oh, I just got the best idea. If we take over the Cavs in the next episode, I'm trading Michael Jordan to the Cavs. I've decided. James Worthy is here as a Denver Nugget. Ben Simmons in year 2 is up to 28 and 5. Yeah, I think he would have killed it in this year, and Ralph is still there, which is nice. Jordan defensive team. Scotty's there for us. Beautiful. Clyde, Hakeem, Magic. Harden is even a good defender in this universe. That is ridiculous. Kevin McHale, Derek McKee, and David Robinson. Here's your rookie team. Tiny Archibald is there. Not the most exciting draft class, at least for us. But yeah, I think I will trade Mike to be on the same team as Kobe. So I accidentally just sim game 1. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so used to simming the play-in. But Joe Ingles as our 6th man, 24, 3, and 5. We're going against Magic's Kings. And George Gervin, of course, who I told couldn't retire, but he might retire this season. So he's an 81. They also have David Robinson. I mean, they have the highest overall players, but I just think we're a better team. Let me not talk just yet. So in terms of scoring, Stephon Marbury led us with 23 and 7 assists, 50% from the field. No one can really shoot threes except Joe Ingles, which is kind of funny. DeMar with 25 assists and 2 rebounds. 5 assists from DeMar is very nice. About 27 and 5 from Scotty. That's also good. Joe is perfect 6-man dude, literally. Michael Cage, I mean, he had a high shot 3 tendency, so I lowered that, but that first game, he was atrocious. Jermaine O'Neal is there to play defense. I actually got him as the 14th overall pick. That's nice. Marshallonis, who we traded for, has been good for us, at least in the regular season. Johnny Moore was phenomenal, and everybody else. So let me just rebuild this. I do want Marshallonis playing because he was better than Quincy Lewis there at the end of the season, but I will only give him about 8 minutes. Joe Ingles can have about 30. I'm going to make his backup position power forward just so we don't have to play Michael Cage as much. So game 1 we win. Hopefully we can beat this team. Game 2 we also win. Very good. Marbury 27, 5, 7, and 4 on phenomenal shooting. Scotty, DeMar, Jermaine double-double. Magic Johnson with a 30 and 11 game, but it wasn't enough. 3-0. And we sweep them. Beautiful. Feels good, man, to be on the other side of this. Magic 25, 23, and 14 from Robinson. 27 from Joe Ingles, bro. Do I need to start him? Or is he just going to be the greatest 6-man of all time? 21, about 5 and 7 on 38 from 3, 90 from the line. Phenomenal. Hopefully we don't have to play Utah. And Portland actually does pull it through. But you watch them beat me now. I mean, they replaced Clyde with Rolando. And they bring in Buck Williams, dude. I thought their reign of terror was over. It might be just starting, and yeah, now they want to start Joe Ingles at the 4. That's fine. I mean, I was looking for a new 4. He was here all along. But game 1, we lose to Portland because, of course, we do by 3. Hakeem with 22 and 10. Can we just not go down 2-0? We don't. Okay, cool. So Pippen with 37 points. There we go, Pip. 28, 14, and 11. Rolando with 25 and 5. Seattle's up there. That scares me, man. The West is tough. Can we go up 2-1? And we do. Cool. I close my eyes. Rolando 26 points. Scotty 22, 10, and 6. That was a very close game. Spurs are up 2-0, but they did go to 5 against the Clippers. So who Ben Simmons, okay. And can we win this game? Hopefully. And we do, okay. Hakeem with 24 and 10, 35. We don't blow 3-1 leads right sim round. And we win in 5. So to go against the freaking Supersonics, dude, DeMar closes that out. Hakeem, I'm sorry, your reign might be at an end. I say that, they'll probably win next year. So I don't get this team. Like, they have 3 decently high overalls and Lamar Odom off the bench. But I just feel like we're better. Yeah, and Michael Cage has been awful, bro. Is he a good defender? What is he good at? I actually don't know. He's a terrible shooter, obviously. He's a pretty bad finisher as well. How is he an 80 overall? And he's a above average rebounder, that's for sure. His blocks are bad. His defense is bad. So, like, is he just Andre Drummond? Yeah, he might actually just be Andre Drummond. That's crazy. He's got rebounding badges. I think we do have to play our starters a ton of minutes. Game 1. I'm nervous. We lose to the Supersonics. I don't understand, bro. Is Blake just God? Blake might be God. He's not even their highest rated overall player, though, which is insane. Can we at least win a game off them then? I mean, I just don't want to get swept. Don't go down 3-0. I mean, what does 2K want to do? Let's try it. Game 3, we lose. Are we? I don't understand. I think this Supersonics team might have just broken 2K's code or something. Are they going to sweep us? Oh, we win 1. Okay, there's Pippen with 35. 30 for Blake. Can we win 1 more possibly? And we do. Okay, 3-2. Blake with 39. Scotty with 45, 8 and 6. The Bulls and Philly on that side. So, I mean, let's simcast this. See if we can force a game 7. We're in San Antonio at least, which is fun. Starting off with a little bit of a lead here in the first. Down to a 2-point game. And I feel like we're just going to blow this. And I'm going to be very stressed out. It's a tie game in the second. And it looks like we're down again. Back and forth. And they've blown it open. Yep, 10-point game, and we lose in 6. Oh, dude, that's like low-key annoying me because now they're just going to turn into the new Blazers. Let's see, and they do win in 7. They actually come back. Blake Griffin. I don't understand how you are that good. I'm going to be perfectly honest, at an 89 overall. And this Bulls team, I mean, we will go ahead and make another move because we have the pieces to do so right now. All right, there goes Darryl Dawkins, and there goes George Gervin for real. Robert Parrish, some big names retiring. We get any Hall of Fame inductees. George Gervin, of course, makes sense. Robert Parrish, Walter Davis, and George Gervin, we retire his jersey. Very nice. NBA.com has replaced the newspaper, so that's cool. Draft lottery, so hopefully this Nuggets pick turns into something nice. It is at the 5th overall odds. Let's just see where it ends up. Stays at 5, cool, I'll take it. We just bolster our coaching stuff there a little bit. Now, I'm either looking to trade up for KD or just use this pick with somebody else that we already have to really upgrade probably that power forward spot. Right, I tried to get Lamar Odom, but he's still not under contract, so I can't do that. But I will indeed try to move up and grab Kevin Durant. I think that could be fun. So let's go ahead and offer them. Obviously, they'll say no, our 2nd round pick. I'd also give them our unprotected first next year and a 2nd. I don't know if I want to give up that Nuggets pick next year just because of how valuable this one was. I don't want to, but I guess I would give up Joe Ingles just because, I mean, it is Kevin Durant. So I think that would be very good to be able to get him, obviously, and worth giving up Joe Ingles. So what about those 2 picks extra? And we do that. I'm sorry, Joe, I wanted to keep you, but Kevin Durant, bro, I can't say no to that. Welcome to the team, Easy Money Sniper. And we still managed to keep our other 1st round pick, Aaron Aflalo. I have him right now in a save. I'm playing with my friend, and I think he could be actually a really good replacement for Jingling Joe. So let's go ahead and take him. KD is an 81 at age 18, so that's awesome. And Aaron Aflalo is a 70. We'll pick up the options on both of these guys. Jermaine O'Neal, definitely want to bring back. Same with Stephon Marbury. So we will match Stephon Marbury's contract. I don't want to renounce the rights on Jermaine O'Neal. 2K, can you please not screw me over? And we will get him back. So Jermaine O'Neal, now I will offer a 5-year deal to come back. And then Michael Cage, I mean, he wasn't great, but I think I'll overpay him so I can trade him for another player. We get Jermaine back and we get Michael Cage back. Wonderful. So KD is going to be a power forward for us. He drops down to a 79, which is a little painful, but it is not the end of the world. So he can be a backup small forward. He's just going to be a power forward earlier in his career. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess at this point we just want to sign the best players we can. Johnny was really good for us, so I mean, I would definitely give him another deal to come back, even though he is 33. And it looks like the Suns are going to outbid us actually, so I think we do actually need him. So I might give him a 1-year deal worth about $840. And then if he accepts that, we can also move him at the deadline if we so choose. So we do get him, which is good. I will go ahead and sign this Randy Brewer guy as well. That is a terrifying face scan. And just like that, our free agency is done. Hopefully that was enough to get us all the way. And I'm realizing my track record, not so great so far, winning a championship. So we do need to do that. DeMar drops down 1 at 24 years old. Yeah, his peak start age is 24. That's insane. So I'm going to up his end age to about 34 and his start age to about 28. Leave it to 2K to do something stupid like that. And apart from that, we look pretty good. So let's move on to our wheel spin. All right, let's see which year we are going to get next. Give me something good. 2001. Okay. So shout out to Huff Hoops, man. I'm really starting to like his classes. So this one you can see we have Gill, Tony Parker, Jason Richardson, Joe Johnson, Eddie Curry, Shane Battier, Pau Gasol, Tyson Chandler, Gerald Wallace. A lot of good guys in this class, so that should be fun. And we're moving officially into the Jordan era, dude. That's exciting. So let's see who is going to dominate this era moving into the 90s. So you can see the Raptors and Grizzlies joined 95, G League introduced in 01. Answers my question. Special 90s commentary. Back to basketball legal in 99, hand checking allowed in 95, zone defense legal in 2001. New floors, uniforms, and presentation. All right, man. So to start the season, same starting 5, except now we have Kevin Durant. Sadly, we're not going to have Jingling Joe, so that upsets me a little. But Kevin Durant is a very good consolation prize. And hopefully we can win it all this year. I'm not opposed to making a big move this year, definitely, because I really do want to win a championship. It's starting to get on my nerves. And I think we have the team to do it. So we win that game, Johnny can play through his injury. We lose that game, Johnny's back, and we win that game. So we start off 3-1, which isn't too bad. The Sonics are 5-0, bro. I truly don't understand that. So we might have to blow up their team a little bit. So I guess they are just the replacement for the Blazers. Like they have Terry Cummings, Blake Griffin, and they lost somebody. So they have 2 near 90s and 84. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. We have a 90, a 90, an 86, an 80, an 85, and an 80. Yeah, I don't know, man. But we will see what happens. We play them here on the 12th of November. We lose those 2 games. We win those 2. And the question is, do we beat the Sonics? We do. All right, Blake. How's KD been in his first season? About 15 and 7 on 38 from 3. Wonderful. I just worry that it's going to take him a couple years to become KD. And by that point, it might be too late. We beat the Celtics and we beat them again. So we're starting 8-3, same record as the Sonics. So I guess we will see. That's really cool, actually. This new NBA.com screen. That's awesome. Oh, that's really cool. And you can see the Utah Jazz there. They're next in the schedule. The points per game there, and then for us, and then on the right you have the Eastern standings. That's really cool. It'd be good if it was still like that. But anyway, I'm going to start simming, and I will let you know if something amazing happens, and if not, I will see you guys shortly. All right, man, we were a lot higher than all the other teams, and now we've fallen down 27-13, so right in front of everyone else. We are on a 4-game losing streak, and also our guy Michael Cage is out for the season. So 4 to 6 months, and normally 2K is stupid. It wouldn't let you trade an injured player, but there is a workaround for that, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to remove the injury, trade him to that team, and then re-injure him, as bad as that sounds, just because I think that's totally unfair. So we will see what we can get for him. And then KD's been good, obviously, but I mean, he's still in his first year. He's averaging 16 and 6 on 40 from 3. So if we do want to win straight away, I wouldn't mind getting a better starting power forward and then have KD be our 6-man as a small forward. So we'll see what I can get in a package. So I'm going to try this trade. Horace Grant is on a rebuilding team, and I think he really perfects our starting lineup. We have to give away Aaron Aflalo, sadly, which hurts. Top 3 protected pick in 94. They agree to that. 2 first-round picks, maybe a little bit steep, but he is an 86 overall at 28 years old. He really perfects our starting 5. Then KD, I will move back to a small forward. So it goes up to an 83. Perfect. Now we have 92, 85, 92, 86, 86, 83, 79. We kept Johnny Moore. We kept Jeff Foster and Quincy Lewis. We still have Randy Brewer and everybody else. Cool. So that is going to be the big trade for this season, man. Hopefully that gets us over the hump. Let's see. This first game, I didn't see that trade offer, but we beat the Kings by 2. Magic Johnson. Scotty goes off. And then we have the Sonics here. That'll be a good test, which of course we lose. I don't get it, bro. Like 22 from Blake, 21. I wanted Lamar, but they're contending, so they wouldn't give me Lamar. I don't even understand how they scored that much. We are a better team. Anyway, just one of 2K's love childs, I guess. But I'm going to start moving. We do have a doubleheader against them there as well. And we're not even good now, which is upsetting. But I will see you guys shortly. And hopefully we can finish as a top seed again. Yikes, not looking good so far though. All right, man, we finished behind the freaking Supersonics again. If we get destroyed this year, DeMar is going. I'm going to be honest. I'm moving him for something better. KD wins Rookie of the Year, which is nice. Lamar wins 6-man, which is who I wanted, man. That's annoying. There came another depoy. And the Knicks and Philly are somehow the best teams in the NBA. Mike, Curry, Blake, that is pissing me off, dude. I'm not going to lie. He's not even that good. 26, 8, and 5, yeah, it's good. But like, I feel like we have better players. Sharif thought about trading for him as well. David Robinson. There's Harden, Simmons. Scotty's on there, which is nice. Kobe's up to a 95 and Steve Nash. Scotty's still defensive first team. KD, Conley, Gasol, Horford, Noah, Odin, Yalen, all those other guys there. So we fell to the 2 seed, bro. That is so annoying. I swear this sim has it out for me, man. I keep failing. Marbury with 22, similar for Scotty. 18 for DeMar, 17. Yeah, so I think DeMar's going to have to go if we and when I think inevitably lose it all. First round here we have the Warriors, Steph Curry. And that's good. Johnny's back fully healthy. I should have traded him actually. So they have Steph, Andre Miller, Purvis Short. Charles Barkley is now there, dude. Oh man, are we going to be a first round exit? Let's see who wins game 1. We do win, okay, thank God. By 13, Kevin Durant with 23 off the bench. Game 2, we win that one as well. Wonderful, 33 for Pitt, 31 for Curry. Can we sweep them? And we do, sweet. So I don't know when it's going to go to a 7 in the first round. But that'll be fun. Curry with 41, Marbury with 25. Now we have the Clippers and of course the freaking Sonics sweep, dude. This team is not good. I mean, it's Ben Simmons and Dave Collins, but we saw they did take the Sonics, I think, last year to 7. So we shouldn't get too cocky. Game 1 here against them, we lose. Dude, this sim makes absolutely no sense. See, if we go down 2-0, brah. What the hell? I actually don't know what to do because I feel like we're better than all of these teams. Getting a little bit annoying. Can we not get swept? Okay, there's one. Low scoring game, Pip with 29. Can we not lose now? And we do go down, all right. Fantastic, 3-1 series. Run a 7-man, I guess. This is just to face freaking Seattle. And let's just say I'm not going to waste my time. We do win that one. DeMar with 35. Can we make it a 7? And no, we lose in 6. I hate this game sometimes, dude. Makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, we would have lost to them anyway. Just kidding, they lose. And Kobe gets a championship. I was going to rebuild his team next, but I don't even have to. There goes Alex English, a couple of Rockets as well. Michael Cooper, George Johnson. All right, man, so DeMar is out the door 100%. Since I've already gone past the playoffs, I can't see their playoff numbers. That is annoying, but it is what it is. Alex English and Jack Sikma go to the Hall of Fame. Shot clock only resets when ball hits the rim. Okay, some rebranding stuff. Go ahead and approve that. Draft lottery. We still have that Nuggets pick, I believe, and that is at the 3rd highest odds. It goes to 2. Perfect. So DeMar and 2 should be able to get us something pretty. All right, man, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to take Gil, who is the projected #1 player in this class, and then I will see if I can move him and Kobe. He's an 80 overall, Powell's an 80 as well, but he's a little bit older. Go ahead and sign him. We've used up all of our draft capital, so we really need to be good. Maybe I even trade him in season just in case we can see how well they work together, which I know I didn't really want to do, but it might be the best option that we have. So we can see how Gil is as a 6-man. I just skipped over qualifying offers. Hopefully didn't do anything stupid. We'll re-sign these guys. They've been pretty good for us. Just solid bench pieces. Get both of them back on day 1. Very good. Right, David Robinson goes to Philly. Hakeem goes to the Kings to replace Robinson. So I guess that's an end of an era. Larry Bird, loyal, goes back. Ralph goes to the Cavs to team up with Kobe. That's nice. Those are the top guys. So do we have any money left? Probably not, just minimums. So let's see what we actually need. Backup shooting guard and a backup center wouldn't be bad. I would bring back Marshall Onis. He was pretty solid. Give him a 2-year minimum. And this Don Harrison guy, I would offer a deal as well. I get back Niang 2 on a 2-year deal. Cool. So I mean, let's bank on progression. Hopefully KD goes up to a crazy overall. He goes up to an 86. So 88, 91, 91. Then we obviously still have DeMar, who's plateaued an 84. Gill's an 80, so we can really sort of see how good we are in the first half of the season and go from there. Right, man, and going to our final wheel spin of this episode, so hopefully we can win it all this season. And we're going to have the 2012 draft. Okay, cool. So, of course, this is the Anthony Davis draft primarily, but you also have Dame, you have Draymond, Drummond, Middleton, Terrence Ross, Harrison Barnes, Bradley Beal. Pretty solid class. So let's move into it, man. I'm starting to feel like I've lost my touch. So hopefully we can win a title this season. Yeah, now we have KD and Gilbert Arenas off the bench. Power rankings have us at 2. Houston at 1. Jordan, they brought in Dominique Wilkins. And they have Tyson Chandler and Fat Lever. Cool, so we have them in the first game of the season. They probably beat us, right? No, we beat them. Feeling good, but I've felt good the last couple of seasons. Let's see how this week goes. We win that. No, thank you. We win that, and we win that. Cool, so starting off 4-0. I mean, hopefully the progression and the addition of Gill was enough. I mean, I'll tell you what, this team's definitely set up for the future, and I'm counting that. If any of these teams we've built wins a championship after I finish controlling them in the near future, I'm taking full credit for that. But yeah, we're looking good. The ultimate test will be here against the freaking Sonics, and we beat them starting off 6-0. So that's good. We win that, we win that. So we are 8-0 to start the season. So, I mean, we will do one more week. So if we can start 10-0, no, the Blazers beat us. But we are 10-1. Horace Grant is injured, but he can play through it. So I'll see you guys in a minute. We'll see if we want to move Gilbert Arenas. It's always risky because I don't move somebody, I miss out, and then we lose, or I do move them, the chemistry gets messed up, yada, yada. But we will see what we want to do. I'll be right back. All right, as much of a meme as it is, I'm bringing Craig Elo onto the team for, I think, the 3rd time. We get Buddy Hield as well. We give up Lewis, Marshallonis in a second. Also, Philly's the only team currently better than us in the NBA. So hopefully that does something to affect them. I do want KD off the bench just for the defense. Right, I'm going to do a sneaky. I'm going to sign Pirtle out of free agency because he would accept a minimum, as well as there's one more center. This guy here, Herbert Gribbs. So I need to get rid of someone first, which is fine because it means I'm able to move Don Harrison and then a few other players to hopefully get another really good bench piece. I'm just noticing these centers have some really weird stats. He has a bad interior defense and block rating. But then if we go to his badges, he's got post-lockdown, brick wall, anchor. It's really odd. I guess we'll go ahead and accept this trade here from the Bucks. We're going to move Gilbert Arenas to a full-time shooting guard where he goes up as well. So that's good. Right, man, now I think we're looking good. So we have the same starting 5. KD still off the bench. We're keeping Gill. I know I said I was going to get rid of him. I'm terrible. But I think we can make it work. John Sunvol, Pirtle, Don Erickson. Then we still have Craig Elo, Jeff Foster. So our depth is the best it's been in any team. So we're going to see how much that matters. We still have about 3 90s, and 85 and 86. If we don't win it all with this team, man, I don't know what to say. First game here after the deadline, we'll probably lose. We generally do. No, we actually beat the Heat. So that's fun. What about the Nuggets? We beat them too. Cool. So it's looking good. I mean, we are currently the 1 seed. So I will see you guys in the playoffs. All right, boys. I don't want to talk too soon, but I think I've finally done it. 1 game here to go. We have 70 wins. We are obviously the 1 seed on either conference. We did just get an injury to Horace Grant, which sucks, but he can play through it. Hopefully it doesn't matter. And we win 72 games. Robinson, whatever, you can have your MVP. Powell, we passed up on him, obviously, to take Gill, but that's fine. Winston Garland, Hakeem Olajuwon. We better have won Coach of the Year, bro. We do 71 and 11. Sorry, I thought we had 72 wins, but 71 is fine. That is the greatest record in history in this universe right now, so that's good. I'm pretty sure anyway. You've got Magic, Curry, Lamar on first team, but they lost him. Let's go. He went to Denver. Ben Simmons, David Robinson, Kobe, Clyde, Jordan. Kobe and Jordan there together is nice. Hakeem. Isaiah Thomas now in Charlotte. Manu, Sharif, Blake, Cohen's, Jordan. Do we get anyone here? Scottie Pippen, defensive second team is nice. Gill, all rookie first team, beautiful. And let's go, dude. Hopefully we better not struggle in this playoffs, right? I guess until Horace Grant feels better, we can go ahead and play KD more minutes. So KD led us in scoring with 19. More cooks in the kitchen now, 50-39 splits. Marbury about 19 and 10 is beautiful. 18, 6 and 5 for Scotty. About 15 off the bench for Gill. Yeah, he was very good, 50, 40, 85 splits. I think keeping him was the right call. 3 and 5, 14 from DeMar. I mean, he's been getting worse every year, sadly, but he's still an 85 overall. Jermaine's very good defensively now. I mean, at least it says he is. Let's make sure. He's got an 87 midi too. Do his defensive stats actually back it up? And they do. A lot of centers in this league don't. Sunvold, Elo, Horace Grant. I mean, he is not good statistically, but I assume he's sort of like a Draymond because he's got a lot of good defensive badges. And his ratings aren't terrible either. See, 88 interior, 82 perimeter, decent rebounder. He's just sort of a glue guy. Pirtle, can't believe we just got him out of free agency. That was a steal. And this Don Erickson guy, he doesn't really shoot. He's more of a defender. Two guys with a 99 overall shot tendency. I mean, KD does often come off the bench, so we can keep that actually. Gilbert Arenas as well. That's kind of funny. We can lower that to a 95. Round 1, we have the Suns. Do they have any pickups? They have Derek Harper and Elton Brand. I mean, we should sweep them, but you guys know how weird 2K is. So game 1, we do beat them. Cool. Pippen with 21, 5, and 3. Elton Brand with 20. Can we win game 2? We do. Very good. Marbury with 30, Brand with 30, and can we sweep them? Horace Grant is back fully. That's wonderful, and we do sweep them. Awesome. Winston Garland with 20, Pippen with 25. We have the Rockets here, which is interesting, Michael, and no Supersonics, which is good for us. All right, this team still has Jordan, Lever, Wilkins, that's right, and Tyson Chandler, man. If he was a little bit better, that'd be really good for them. Well, we do win game 1. Let's go 121-13. Game 2, we win. Pippen with 32. Game 3, we win. Wilkins, and let's just sweep them, and we do. So we're currently undefeated in the playoffs. Now we have Golden State, KD with 21. So they still have Curry, Short. I mean, we're better than them too, but didn't they beat me last year? Game 1, we win. Okay, there's O'Neal, there's Curry. Game 2, we win. Pippen with 26. Game 3, we win. Curry with 25. Marbury with 23. And let's sweep them. We do. Oh my God, we're undefeated in the playoffs right now. In the finals to go against Philly, who is the next best team. Curry with 27. So they have Jaylen Brown, who's up to an 86. Clyde, who's still a 93. Perkins at an 80. Dave Robinson at a 96. So game 1, we get our first L. Okay, by 1 point. So I'm going to drop it to an 8-man, and I'm going to run the risk of starting Horace Grant. So game 2, we lose. Okay. Let me not mess around. We'll put KD back in the starting lineup. Can we not get swept? Oh my God, we're down 3-0 after being easily the best team in the league. Oh Christ, man. All right, 7-man rotation it is. Let's get it. So it's only down to Gil. All right, Simcast here in Philly. Surely we don't sweep the West and then lose in the finals, bro, right? Close game here, but it looks like we pull away a little bit, and we do win that game at least. Cool, so it's 3-1. DeMar with 24. Back here in San Antonio, so it's just freaking Clyde Drexler, man. He keeps creating super teams with generational big men, and I just can't get over it. So it looks like we are gonna not blow them out. I guess they do bring it back, but we do win game 6. It's actually pretty close there. Game 5 rather. So can we go ahead and force a game 7? All right, man, just changed up some coaching preferences here. Let's see if we can win this game and force a game 7 here in Philly. Be the first team to do so, hopefully. And we did win 70 games, so not out of the question. Close here in the third. Bit of back and forth. Still a 1-point game. Very close here. Tie game. We take a small lead here in the fourth. Back to a tie game. We do take another small lead. It's a 2-point game currently, and 2-point game still. Nobody's scoring, and they go up by 1. Okay. All right, man. So, I mean, let's win this game. We only have about 40 seconds left, so let's hopefully make something happen. That is not a good screen there from Horace Grant. And we get it right inside there, and we miss. But I'll go right back up for the layup, and we make it beautiful, up by 1. And of course, Scottie Pippen and Gilbert Arenas have fouled out. KD's almost fouled out. This game, dude, makes absolutely no sense. So I guess we'll do something like that to get 1 stop. They go over to, is that Steve Francis? And Delk takes it. He misses. Wonderful. So they're going to foul immediately. All right, man, just make, I mean, we want to make both of these. I don't know, free throws, but we do make that one. That one was probably very lucky. Can't really see the scoreboard, and I make that one too. Cool. So it's a 3-point game. They need a 3, and that's pretty much their last possession. So let's just not allow any 3s. Don't trust that shooting, so let's just double him, and he misses. Let's go, bro. We're gonna win. Force game 7. We stay alive. About freaking time, dude. This feels great to be here in the finals, ready to hopefully win a championship. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into Simcast, because I don't think there's any way they come back, and they don't. Cool. So we win 112-107. We force that game 7. So Jaylen Brown with 36, KD 24 and 8, 23, 18. So all of our guys played pretty well. All right, man, I just made some coaching changes there in the settings. So hopefully that is enough to get the job done. We are here in San Antonio. Can we be the firstly 70-win team, but also the first team to force a 3-0 comeback after sweeping the entire conference? This would be probably the greatest season in NBA history, and we do it, bro. Let's go. 101 to 90. Thank God this has been so stressful, but we finally did it. We got a chip. Wide bodying up on KD, but he's not really going anywhere. I mean, KD's a solid defender, and we get him to miss that. Let's go, bro. And that's going to be all she wrote. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions, bro. Let's get it. And I think we've built a dynasty, bro. This team's crazy. Oh, and I accidentally just fouled, sending them to the line, bro. I real life want to lose this, huh? Oh, that's BS, man. That definitely wasn't a foul. But whatever, I mean, they'll hit both. It's still over 95-101. We just have to make sure we get this in bounds. They're going to foul. Let's go, bro. Of course, I missed the first and second free throw, bro. Are you serious? This is hilarious. There's actually no way. It feels like I'm destined to lose this. But it doesn't matter, man. They gotta go so quick. I mean, Perkins will let him take that all day. Jermaine O'Neal, they have to foul, and that's it. He makes both green. Perfect. 14 and 12. Let's go, bro. NBA champions, baby. And in this game, it wasn't even one guy. So Gil 23, DeMar 18, KD 17, 14, 12, 14 and 10. Scotty with 11. Horace with 6. Clyde with 27. Clyde has got the better of me for too long. And I guess same with Robinson. So we finally break the curse, dude. We come back 3-0 as the first 70-win team went perfect in our conference. Came back 3-0, and then Marbury is your finals MVP. Awesome, dude. For the overall playoffs, we had about 20 and 20 from those guys. 20 from those three, actually. 14 off the bench from Gil. 13 from DeMar. 12 and 10 from Jermaine. Horace Grant, not the greatest counting stats. Then in the finals, you saw Marbury deserving 26 and 4 for KD. He's probably going to be a 92 next season, I would say. 19, 5 and 5 for Scotty. So yeah, that was a hell of a fun team to use, man. Retirements, Moses Malone finally calls it at 38. Same with Marcus Johnson, 37. Bernard King, 36. A couple of Blazers. Vinnie Johnson there on Philly. So 71 and 11, man. I hope we don't have to go through that team again for a while. So I'm probably going to move over to the Eastern Conference now just so I can get away. Larry Bird, man. I mean, he's 36. He's probably ready to retire soon as well. We could look at the Celtics, try to get him one more. But I'd say he's probably already past that. They do have Jamal Murray, though, and Zach Randolph. We'll do the Cavs. I mean, they did already win it with Kobe, but it could be fun to go back there, get him Mike, and turn them into a dynasty. And I mean, you can see they fell off to a 10 seed after winning it all. They still have Ralph Sampson, too. So I might actually do the Cavs next because I was interested this episode, and I think I will. I'll do the Cavs next episode. That's what I want. Try to get Kobe some real help next episode. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Feels good to finally break the curse, right? Because I don't think I'd won any titles yet, which is crazy. But regardless, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton, but no pressure if you don't want to. And until the next video, have a good day, and I'll see you then. Peace out.